Saudi Arabia's latest financial foray into the world of sport gets underway today, and it's proving as controversial as the oil-rich country's other cultural investments. LIV Golf's first event, which tees off in about an hour from now, is taking place just north of London and features some of the biggest names in the sport. Among them, the American Phil Mickelson, who was questioned about his participation by the BBC's Dan Roan. Have a listen.
People may not agree with my decision to play LIV Golf, my timing. I understand that. I mean, I empathize with that, but this is what I think is the right decision for me, Amy, the people I care about at this time.
Well, most of the golfers have been grilled over their participation to this event for taking money over morals. Just have a look at this exchange between journalist and golfer Ian Poulter and Lee Westwood.
If Vladimir Putin had a tournament, would you play that?
I'm not even going to comment on speculation.
So, just in a generality, is there any way you wouldn't play on a moral basis? If the money was right, is there any way you wouldn't play?
I don't need to answer that question.
Sorry?
I don't need to answer that question.
Lee, do you want to answer it? Would you have played in apartheid South Africa, for example?
Well, you're just asking us to answer a hypothetical question there, which...
Well, they're moral questions, aren't they?
Answer a question on that.
Well, the Saudi-backed series has attracted much criticism inside and outside the world of golf. Ryder Cup and major winner Rory McIlroy says the golfers playing in new setup are doing it for boatloads of cash. Have a listen.
I want to play on the PGA Tour against the best players in the world, and I think for me, I was speaking to a few people yesterday, and one of the comments was any decision that you make in your life that's purely for money usually doesn't end up going the right way.
Well, joining us now is our golf correspondent, Ian Carter. And Ian, clearly a lot of pressure mounting on these golfers.
Yes, there is. The series of news conferences that built up to the tournament, which is just about to get underway, were very uncomfortable for a number of the golfers. You saw it there with Lee Westwood and Ian Poulter, and to Phil Mickelson, who was speaking for the first time in 4 months. A very uncomfortable half hour for him in front of the reporters. A lot of pressure on them because they signed big contracts, and the source of that money is Saudi Arabia.
And just tell us what the feeling is amongst the crowd who are watching this and hearing all of this, or are they just there to watch the sport and they're not really fussed about all of this?
I think there's a combination. There are some people here with a sense of occasion. We're expecting a lot of people later on because there are going to be pop concerts after the play as well. And there are golfing aficionados here as well. It's difficult to gauge exactly what the crowds are like at the moment. The organisers have been very careful not to discuss the level of ticket sales, and some players have been on social media offering tickets for free, up to 100 tickets for free. So all of these marketing initiatives have been at play, and we wait to see how successful they have been. But certainly in the build-up at the moment, you go through the spectator areas, there are plenty of fans here, and there is a buzz of anticipation with what's to come.
Okay, Ian, thanks so much for bringing us up to date there. We'll be back in the next few minutes with all the latest headlines.